Kate Lewis, the Everyday Intuitive, and I talk a lot about intuition. And I wonder, I always want to think, what are the people that are listening to this thinking about? And I thought, if I were listening, I would want to know, well, how has intuition helped you in your life? How has it changed your life? Is it make it better? What what are the benefits for you? It's always really nice to know what other people get out of something. So I thought I would share some of that. And today I want to talk about the fact that, and there are so many things that, it's going to take a lot of videos to tell you about them all. But one of the things that's been so important to me is um, that I get intuitive. I've been writing poems for the last few years, just intuitively. They will just come, and they just come in a flash. I don't really edit them. I don't really change them. They just come through. They come through me. And that's been fabulous for me. And so I wanted to share something with you. It's kind of a fun story anyway, and a little bit of um, looking at life perhaps differently. In this case, through the eyes of my then 3-year-old son, who was quite a philosopher in his young years. And I'm telling you this story because it's apropos of the poem that I wrote. I think that I was thinking about this because I was writing in my journal, and I think that I was thinking about this when this poem came through. So bear with me. It's a fun story. So my 3-year-old son used to ride in the back of the car. It was before cell phones and iPads with things playing on them. We were just in the car together. I was in the front seat, he was in the back, and I'd get to know what he was thinking. It was amazing. So one day he said to me, and I think these were his exact words, if not, they were pretty close. He said to me, "Mommy, do you know what I think in my head sometimes? I think life is like a movie and we're all watching it." Well, you can imagine what was going through my head and my heart as I listened to my 3-year-old talk about really kind of amazing spiritual concepts from a 3-year-old point of view. I think life is like a movie and we're all watching it. And later on, he would expound on that. At one point, he said to me, because we would take these rides in the car, and often, more would come out. This was an ongoing saga. One day he said to me, "Mommy, I think that the me and mommy in real life are watching the me and mommy in the movie." Again, he used to floor me all the time. And so I agree with him. I think that life is like a movie, and we forget sometimes that it's all made up, that it's make believe, that it's not real. And I had an experience that sort of kind of underscores what my little 3-year-old was talking to me about at the time. It was a strange night. I was by myself. My husband was away. It was kind of dark in the room. I remember it. I remember the circumstances quite vividly, but the feelings that I had are really hard to describe because I was in a different state somehow. Anyway, it came in a flash, this thought that my life was made up, that all the people in my life were just characters, including me, and that we were playing out these scenes of my life, and none of it was real. None of it actually happened. It was all like a movie. And I looked over at my kitchen, which was over to the side, and I saw the counter, and I just had this sense that almost literally that this was all just a movie set. This was a movie set for the staging of this life that I had signed on to live, and that it was all just made up. So interesting given, my son's insights. So I want to read you this poem because I think it kind of illustrates what I'm talking about. So, how do we start to let go? What internal mechanism allows us to release? Is it as simple as asking, as declaring it to be so, or just recognize that it was all a dream after all, just a story we made up? How can that be? But what if? What if it was a movie all along? We don't have to get caught up in it if we choose otherwise. We can sit back and enjoy the show. What a plot twist. I never expected that. What will happen next? Do we get to write the script? Can we change the outcome? Can we learn something from the characters? How does it end? Does it matter? Maybe there will be a sequel and it will just go on and on. Who knows? Just watch and know that it is all just make-believe. Did you believe it? Ah, surprise! So that's my story. That's my poem. Something to chew on, perhaps. And just a little example of what intuition has brought to me. It's such an amazing ride when you're tuned in. And so that's why I get on here and make these videos to encourage you so that you can have the, great experiences with your intuition, and they can hopefully help you with your life in some of the ways, perhaps in many others, that they have helped me. So until next time, I say goodbye and happy movie time.